Hey friends, welcome back to another video. I don't know if you noticed anything different, but yeah, I have no glasses. All right, so these bad boys right here, they are gone forever. Can't really see from them, but I don't know. What do you guys think of the look? This versus this. This versus this. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's very, life is different. Life is different without glasses, I'll tell you that. All right, so in this video, I'm gonna be talking about my experiences with laser correction vision surgery, the cost of the surgery, why I chose to get laser correction surgery, and specifically why PRK, because there's a few different options like Lasik as well. Also, the surgery itself, like what was the experience like? Okay, I'll talk about that. Healing time, okay, what I recommend for in terms of time off work. Medicine, right? Like what types of medicine do you need to take to speed up your recovery process? Symptoms, okay? And also, what would I do differently if I were to do this again? Do I have any regrets? Any risks? All right, so we'll deep dive into all of that. All right, so start off, why did I choose to do laser eye surgery? There was many factors. I was really on the edge about laser eye surgery for the past few years. I was on the edge because whenever I came for my eye evaluation, my optometrist did recommend LASIK. She's like, hey, your numbers pretty much stabilized. You can do LASIK. And so in the ages between 25 to 28 or 25 to 32, your prescription number pretty much stabilizes. Okay, and this is a really good time to do laser eye surgery to maximize the runway in terms of how long you can go without glasses. Because at a certain age, like 45 to 50, you're gonna need glasses anyways. You're gonna need reading glasses, and so this is a time window in life where you can be completely glasses free. However, remember LASIK or PRK or SMILE, whatever surgery you choose to do, laser correction only corrects your distance for vision for distance, okay? So distance vision is very different from distance for up close, okay? Which is the vision that starts to decrease when you start going up in age. All right, so even if you choose to do LASIK, it's still gonna be beneficial for when you're a lot older, okay? So when it comes to driving or it comes to a lot of long distance tasks, which in this world we have to do a lot of, LASIK or laser eye surgery will be a benefit, okay? So taking into consideration all of these factors, I think one of the biggest considerations was actually just the discomfort of wearing glasses. Okay, so I know it's a cool fashion trend. I think I actually love the looks of glasses, so it wasn't really the factor for me. The looks weren't the factor. I love the look. I love the unique style in which I have glasses. However, I find that sometimes, like say if you like wearing hats or you're doing a lot of on-site work with hard hats, your ears start to hurt because this glass frame starts to eat at you, starts to like bite into your skin a little bit. The second thing that I don't like is that the smudges, okay? No matter what quality of lens that you get on your glasses, you're still gonna have lots of smudges, okay? And that kind of sucks. It's just really annoying to clean. It's just, it's something that I had to carry a microfiber cloth at me at all times, one in my car, one in my office, one at home, and have these spray bottles to disinfect because I really like having a clean lens, and it looks really more appropriate, I would say, when you're going out and you're meeting colleagues or you're going out to meet friends. It looks really, it doesn't look, it's not the nicest look having dirty glasses. All right, so I guess those were the two major reasons. The third reason was sports, right? So I love doing sports, whether it's wrestling or kickboxing or just going to the gym to work out and do weights. I tend to leave my glasses in the car or I'll throw them in my gym bag, and they're just prone to damage, okay? And driving, I would say, right? Driving is really annoying because if I drive for more than 1 or 2 hours without my glasses, I start to get headaches. I love going on road trips. I love long distance driving. And I would say one of the things that really bugs me was that fact, right? Just having to depend on glasses, which gets a bit annoying. So I guess those were the total overall factors which led me down to thinking about considering laser correction, right? I did a lot of research, but I also went based off of a lot of verbal recommendations. I think the best recommendations you can get at times is word of mouth. And so where I work, a lot of my colleagues had actually got laser correction done by an institute, and I'll jump into that a little bit more, called Wachner. Now, Wachner is the best institute to do laser eye correction in all of Toronto. They were really hyping it up. They said their experience was amazing, and it's worth it. They're partners for the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Blue Jays. So hockey players that are getting paid millions of dollars come to Wachner to do their surgery. All right. So specifically Dr. Stein, right? He's very, very knowledgeable and someone that has extensive experience in terms of correction surgery. This video is not sponsored by Wachner Institute, by the way. I do recommend they do sponsor this, but it's all up to them. All right. So yes, I'm not hyping them up because I'm getting paid by them or getting any referrals out of this. It's just that I trust expertise and experience over anything, over technology. Okay. And the reason why is because I did a lot of research on what makes a successful laser eye surgery. And the conditions were, you need to find someone that has a lot of good experience. It's difficult to find people with a lot of experience, right? It's a field where it's a field where there's a lot of kind of random, like I would say, institutes popping up. And if you read the reviews, a lot of them have people just, not having really good experiences. I would say you have two sets of eyes. You only have one set of eyes. And for my eyes, I'm only going to trust the best, right? So whether you're paying a little bit more or you're having to wait a little bit more, I would definitely recommend doing deep research into where the best experience is. Pay the extra money. I'm telling you, these are your eyes. You want to have a fast recovery time. You want to have that quality of life, because if you have some symptoms, they could really negatively impact you. So just make sure that you choose the best place that you can ever choose in the location in which you're living. So yeah, that's my recommendation when it comes to laser correction surgery. All right, so let's talk about PRK. What is PRK and why did I choose PRK? Why am I even talking about it? Well, there's 3 different types of surgeries out there. And by the time you're watching this video, there might be more different styles. PRK is the original laser correction surgery. Okay, it's not as popularly used. You may hear of Lasik, and the reason why is because PRK has the longest recovery time. The difference is Lasik starts with cutting a flap, okay, in your cornea, in your eye. So they cut a flap, they open up the flap, and they laser it. Okay, they laser correct it, and they put the flap back on, which heals. All right. The second is, like I said, PRK. Instead of cutting a flap, they're actually taking almost like an electric toothbrush type of thing and shaving off a layer of your eye. After that epithelium layer, that layer is shaved off, they laser correct it and put a contact bandage on top so that that part is protected and it can heal over a month or more time. The third type of surgery, so the benefits of Lasik is that it's a quicker recovery time. However, the drawbacks are the fact that if you're doing any combat sports or any contact sports, scuba diving, anything that's might cause trauma to the eye, it's not really recommended because that flap could kind of open up. Now with PRK, all athletes that are doing combat sports or contact sports like hockey players, they're going to be doing PRK because it doesn't have that issue with the eye trauma. So I would say it is in the long run a way better option. However, it takes a long time to heal. It takes a month to heal and recover from that. And I'll be doing a deep dive into my recovery process and how long it took me to get perfect eyesight. And then there's a newer technology, it's called Smile, okay? And this is where they make a small incision rather than a large one like LASIK. And the laser is used before everything. So you use the laser and they make a small incision and take out this almost like a scab type of this thing that's in your eye, okay? And basically they allow it to heal. So yeah, those are the 3 different types of surgeries. All right. And remember, I'm not a medical professional, so take all of my advice and with a grain of salt. Please do watch some YouTube videos if you want some in-depth expertise on these types of surgeries. But from my experience, this is kind of what I heard, this is what I learned, and this is what was kind of interesting to me. And so yeah, those amongst these 3 types of surgeries, they all have their advantages and disadvantages. Disadvantage with SMILE is that not many people will have a lot of expertise in SMILE. SMILE was released in 2015. However, with PRK and Lasik, there's a lot of experienced professionals out there. All right, so I've had friends that have done Lasik, I've had friends that have done SMILE, I've had friends that have done PRK, all right, and all of them have had great and positive results. So I would say do your research, choose the one that's best fit for your lifestyle, okay? And I would say that's number 1. Okay, so yeah, when it comes to my experience, the institute that I went to, they didn't offer SMILE. Okay, so that was kind of off the table. I went for an in-person consultation. It's a free consultation where they evaluate your eye. Okay, so that's kind of step number 1, where they do an eye evaluation to see what your prescription's at and which surgery they recommend. And so my prescription, it wasn't too crazy. It was, I think, negative 1.75. So I have minor stigmatism. However, it was my vision was bad enough that I couldn't read a book necessarily without having to squint, or if I'm driving, there's a lot of strain. So it's not, the vision is okay. Like I can walk around without glasses. However, when it comes to detail-oriented work, it's something that I did need glasses for. The second thing was that the layer of the cornea. My cornea thickness was too thin to do LASIK. So for LASIK, you need to have a thicker cornea because they're making that flap, okay? And so already LASIK was off the table for me. The reason why I chose, or the choice was PRK, was because the institute didn't really offer any other options, and PRK is something that's more suitable for me because I do contact sports, I do kickboxing, I do wrestling, I'm into sports, I'm a very active person, I travel all the time, so I'm out and about. My eye can experience trauma anywhere, and so that was just the perfect fit. All right, so right away I scheduled my appointment with Wachner Institute. I'm like, okay, I went through the list of doctors. They all seemed like they had amazing experience. However, I was like, I need the best guy. I need Dr. Stein, all right? So right away I booked a time. And remember, this is 1 month, right? The heal time, the surgeon recommends 1 month to recover from this, okay? And so I would time this properly, okay? I chose December time just because people are off, and it's a time in which I can heal and recover without having any stress, work stress in the back of my mind. Luckily, my workplace is flexible in that area, okay? So they let me take that time off and to recover. So if you have the luxury of doing that, you can do that. If you don't, then you might have to look into other methods. However, remember, these are your eyes. So even if you do have to take some time off, which is unpaid, I do recommend it. All right, so let's talk about the cost, okay? Cha-ching, cha-ching. All right, it's important to know how much this thing costs, okay? So I'm in Canada right now, so if you want to do a conversion factor, you can pop it into any online calculator, because the Canadian currency is kind of going up and down, more down, but up sometimes too. Okay, so the cost of Wachner's surgery is $5.6K, so $5,600. All right, and LASIK and PRK, it costs the exact same amount. All right, so with my company has a $1,000 discount, which was amazing, and then I have benefits as well, right? And that's a really big reason why I chose to do LASIK chose to do PRK. It's because of the benefits, right? So benefits cover $3,000, all right? So $3,000 minus, you plus $1,000, so $4,000. So $4,000 out of $5,600. So I'm out paying around $1,600 out of pocket, okay, which is incredible value, okay? So it was a really good deal for me. Again, don't worry about the cost. Make sure you get the best one done. All right, so healing time. All right, so before I jump into healing time, let me talk about the surgery itself, okay? The surgery is intense. It's crazy, all right? So here I am, I go to the Wachner Institute. It's located right next to the ROM, Royal Ontario Museum. So I take a train to downtown Toronto. I walk in for my surgery, okay? And basically, it's a really seamless process. They have a proceduralized step-by-step process where they're rechecking your eye to make sure they're not, they have your number right, okay? Then they go and give you some Valium, which is this anti-anxiety almost pill that you can take, just kind of take the edge off if you have a lot of anxiety or a little bit of anxiety. I did have a little bit of anxiety, to be honest, before going into the treatment. And then, yeah, it's just very proceduralized, very process oriented. You just go from one stage to another to do your administrative paperwork, to confirm all of your eye prescription. And it's very, very professional. The experience that I did see at this institute, it seemed like they knew what they were doing. Very professional, very thorough, very kind. Everyone's very, very nice and not robotic, very personal. And then you wear your hospital gown. Okay, so it's like a whole surgical type of procedure that goes on. You have your hair, you got your hair covered with this and then basically the experience was interesting. As you wait in the surgical lobby, there's another person having surgery in front of you, and you can see it on TV. Okay, so if you have a family member, you can technically bring them in to actually see it happen. I saw some fathers seeing their son's surgery going on. Personally, I did not want to see that. I kind of tried to ignore it because that was I don't know why. I just get a little bit more anxiety when I see that. So I had seen some videos of this on YouTube, so I knew what I was in for. However, I did not want to see it live while happening. Okay, so I just kind of chose to ignore and just breathe it out and then go in for mine. Okay, but the procedure is super fast. It's kind of done within 10 to 15 minutes. You go in, there's a lot of there's medical staff. They're helping you. So you're not only with the surgeon, you're with a whole team. Okay, that's analyzing what's taking place. They're consoling you. I think that was very important because I just wanted direction. I wanted to know what was going on, and that was a really good feeling. And so you sit in this type of chair, which is almost similar to a dental chair, I would say. Okay, so you sit in this kind of seems like a dental chair. All right, so you're leaning back, you're relaxing, they make you relax and take some comfort. And then they attach these prongs to your eye, okay, which keep them open. It's not very uncomfortable. I didn't feel very, very uncomfortable. It was like a regular checkup routine thing. They put drops in your eyes. They're anesthetic drops, okay? So that way you don't feel anything that's going on in your eye. And then they start their surgery. So they have almost it looks like an Oral-B electric toothbrush, okay? It's literally looks like that. And what they do is they go to your eye and they go zzz, zzz, and then they're shaving it off, like a layer of your eye, but you don't feel the pain. So the pain, that's a good one, okay? And they're putting in lots of drops in your eye continuously, and so you can't really see clearly either. You're just going with the flow. Then what they do is, and by the way, for PRK, I've heard that they also have an option where they use acids. Okay, not at the place that I've been to, but other places they use a sort of an acidic solution to kind of remove that first layer. So mine, the one that they did for me was physical removal. All right, so the next part is the laser itself. All right, so the laser comes in, all right? So they hold it with both hands and they bring it in, and they're just very comforting, and they're just look at the laser, don't blink, well, you can't blink, but don't look away, just look at the green light. So you look at the green light. For me, my prescription's really low. It's it was 1.75, so it was done in a flash. It was maybe a minute and a half per eye, and pretty much that's it. It was done. And then basically after that, they put the contact lenses on once both eyes were completed. And yeah, I just walked away. And when I walked away, everything was blurry. Okay, not crazy blurry, but blurry enough where it would be difficult for me to walk around comfortably. Okay, and so they helped me out of the chair. I walked around. you know, someone's holding your hand the whole time, and they bring you to the lobby. They also give you a kit, okay? So I got this kit, this bag, and it has eye drops. It has a lot of really cool stuff. Let me just pick it out. All right, so this is kind of the bag that I got. Since it has all your drops, it has this this cold ice pack as well, which you can kind of hold to your eye, and it keeps it nice and cold. I never ended up using this, but yeah, basically it has a lot of different types of medicine, and most importantly, it has eye drops, okay? So these eye drops are amazing, okay? These are eye drops which you can kind of portable, like you can just pop them into your pockets. However, they're not enough to even last you, I would say, a day, okay? So, or 2 days. Make sure you go out and buy high quality eye drops. I have some recommendations. My recommendation is Sustain. Make sure whatever eye drop it is preservative free and it's high quality. Like, pay the extra money, guys. Don't be cheap, right? Because these preservative free and the eye drops specifically for healing your cornea, those ones are going to be incredible. Like, they have an extra amount of lubrication and they're just going to make you feel comfortable. All right, so yeah, there's a whole variety of different medicines that they give you. There's like a steroid drop for your eye pressure. There's also like sleeping pills, right? If you really need that, because with PRK, the pain apparently is insane, okay, for some people. And that's kind of what scared me, okay, when it came to PRK surgery. I heard a lot of horror stories about the amount of pain that people experience when it comes to PRK, because I know a lot of people suffer from dry eye some people suffer from dry eye after going through this process. I never suffered from dry eyes. However, something that I wish I did to just risk reduce, right? A lot of medical centers and optometrists offer dry eye evaluation where they take tear samples and they do a thorough analysis on like the sodium content in your tears and how that can impact you. So I do definitely recommend being a little proactive, making sure you recognize what your medical history is, how that impacts your eyes. That's going to be extremely important. Do the research, go online. There's a lot of optometrists giving some great advice, but overall, just make an informed decision. Remember, this is a really important decision. You're trusting your eyes to an institute potentially that's not connected to the government, so you can't necessarily sue them. You're gonna sign away. You're signing away your eyes, right? Like you're basically initialing that you're taking on responsibility for what's going on, okay? And there's always risk, right? There's always risk of human error, right? Someone can put in the wrong numbers. Anything could happen, right? Like, they're using lasers to shape your cornea, right? So I don't want to scare you, but at the end of the day, do your research, make sure you're in the right mindset to make this informed decision, and ultimately take the leap of faith. If you feel brave enough, confident enough to do it, do that. But hope you enjoyed this video. This was really fun sharing my experiences. And yeah, till then, take care.